mellette Mário áll, aki a juniorért is felelős termékmenedzser, és most arról szeretném őt faggatni, hogy az első kommentek, meg kommentáradat után mi volt itt az álláspont, és hogy kicsit nézzünk majd bele a jövőbe. So Mario, thank you very much for the opportunity, and thanks for having us here. So the first question would be that after the inauguration, I think you saw that overwhelming comments in the internet, and they weren't that positive, I would say. So what were your first thoughts, and what was the team's first thoughts about them?
I mean, actually, the feedbacks from the press were very positive at the end.
Okay.
The event was a success. We also enjoyed a lot, bringing all the Alfisti lovers, and not only in Milano, to see the new car. Of course, this is a new product, so changes not only in car industry but in life are always difficult, to approach. We think that this car will be a success. It's already this, because we are catching a lot of questions from all over the world regarding Junior. So the feedback was very positive on our side, and we really are ready to go, and also to bring this car in the market from this summer. We just expect a lot.
Me, as a person who now works in the industry, not in the automotive industry, but in the PR industry, for me it was like a complete nightmare to rebrand a car after its inauguration. So I don't know what was your thoughts, or what's your take about this?
We approach it not as a nightmare, but as a fun, because at the end, that's the only thing you can do now when you approach an emergency. Actually, the change of the naming was, of course, not expected. It was not planned at all. Most of the people think that it was planned for marketing. No, it is not like this. But we had to change direction because, of course, we don't want to do those discussion at Alfa Romeo level. There are completely other tables for discussing those type of things. So we happily took the decision to change the name. The Milano name was chosen by, at the end, the Alfisti all over the world that replied to the questionnaire online. Junior was the second. So, and for many things that we can imagine, because this is the new entry of the brand. So we were happy, of course, to change direction because it was just simply the right thing to do, as Mr. Imparado said, and we are completely happy with the new name. So yes, was very last second decision, but we are approaching and running fast night and day.
Okay, so turning to the car itself, for me what was really interesting to hear in the inauguration that in these days what sells a car, it's like infotainment, connected technologies and connected services. But in the meantime there wasn't that much voice about that. So I don't know if it was intentional or not, but what I see is that you don't want to sell this car with connected services, but how it drives, how it looks. I don't know if I made my point here.
Yeah, in reality it's in between, because of course we have all of that. We have the connectivity, we have the technology, we have generative AI, vocal assistant, we have the EV routing navigation towards the charging station. So we have the juice, no?
Yeah.
What we wanted to say to the world is that cars are becoming to be bored by these, all this technology stuff that maybe some of the people are still want to fall in love with a car, to feel the passion. And of course, we will, as Alfa Romeo, our intent is to join everything together in a balanced package. And this is exactly what Junior is. So is an Alfa Romeo, so it has to be, of course, technological, it has to drive well, and that's exactly what we did with Junior. The car is drivingly superbly for this Veloce, and when you will drive it, you will come to me and say, Mario, this is something. Of course, we haven't approached the communication 100% on connectivity and technology, because of course those are granted if you want to sell in this market. But what say distinguish Alfa Romeo from the others is, of course, also technology, but we want to convey the message that something like this simply doesn't exist today. So yes, was intended.
Okay. Turning our heads to the future, I know that it's not the perfect timing for this because we have this new product and it should sell well, but still, Mr. Imparato said that next year we will have the new Giulia. Afterwards, then we would have the new Stelvio. So, based on the Junior, what will be the key priorities in making the new Stelvio and the new Giulia? In terms of connectivity, in terms of technical advancements, in terms of a driving experience.
So what we of course have to understand is that I mean, looking at car development, it takes a lot of time.
Sure.
So of course we are now approaching, the let's say late development phase with those cars. Of course, I cannot say much about that because they are, let's say, there is really a lot of juice. There is really a lot of juice on new Stelvio and Giulia.
Sure.
They will be built in Cassino, so 100% made in Italy in our new, say, renewed Cassino.
So you don't have to rename it, please.
Okay. And they will be done on the new Stella Large platform. That is a very interesting platform because we will launch a lot of new stuff there. Stella Brain, new technologies, impressive EV range. So I think if you wait a little bit, you will see how impressive Alfa Romeo can do things in Stellantis, and we have really high expectation on that.
Okay, and my final question. Now you have 4 or 3+1 car. But each of them, okay, the Giulia Stelvio is one, the Tonale is another one, Junior is the third one. But these 4 cars have completely different design languages. So I don't know if the Giulia and the Stelvio are already finalized from this perspective, but so how can we imagine how will the future of Romeos look like?
So this was, let's say, a first step in the full electrification for Alfa Romeo, for the brand. And of course, the target audience of this car is somehow different versus what Alfa Romeo has, let's say, knows up to now. Because this car is bringing Alfa Romeo in a world that was not known for the brand since, let's say, a decade or more. And the segment has changed a lot since then. The design of the Stelvio is finalized. We have that. We are really proud of it. It's not. You don't have to imagine, let's say, a morph, because that's not what we do. But again, design is evolving every time. Alfa Romeo has design as a pillar. So it's up to you to wait a little bit and to see what will come. But you will be surprised because, of course, an Alfa Romeo is a unique product every time. So we have to adapt with new technologies and to embrace them also from a design standpoint and to bring at the end the best results as we always have done also in the past.
Sure. Mario, thank you very much once again for the opportunity, and I wish you good luck with this new car, and I wish you good luck for the future as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.